Hi, I went to the rally today downtown Vancouver to protest against unaffordable housing here in Vancouver and in the Lower Mainland. Housing in the Lower Mainland here has risen to astronomical rates, and it is near impossible for people coming out of school, people starting their careers to get into the housing market. It's just astronomical in the millions of dollars for houses in a place where we're not even that dense. We're not a Hong Kong, and we don't have the same infrastructure, underground subways and all that. We're actually, we're just kind of a regular city out there. And yet our prices have gotten to the point where they're just ridiculous. So much so that we're actually, Canada has the highest household debt out of any nation. So the highest household debt, that's what people hold, and it's no wonder why. And then Vancouver is the highest real estate market in all of Canada. So we're in just a nosebleed level of astronomical house prices. And if we, try to get in the housing market now, it's just crazy. Me and my wife make supposedly on paper over the average income of Canadians, and yet we can't even get a detached home. I mean, we live we rent in a house, and we may never ever be able to afford that house. That's just crazy. I don't think it's right. I'm an electrician. I've worked on hundreds of houses, and yeah, I may never ever be able to afford a single one of them. So I don't think that's right. It isn't right that we're trying to profit from something that regular people need as a necessity. It's a necessity of life, shelter. It's like water or food. We can't just go without shelter. Some people, they may choose not to pay $1,000 for a little one closet type place, and they may choose to try to live in their car. But then now the government's even made that illegal. You have to do that illegally now. It's almost like it's illegal to be poor or something. So I think our politicians really need to wake up and start listening to the people. There isn't that many that realize it, maybe, but it's going to affect us all down the road, especially our kids when they want to start buying houses. What's going to happen? They're all going to be poor, and the way things are going right now, the wealth disparity is just I don't know. It's getting worse and worse, and we're supposed to be a first world country, and it'd be nice to keep it that way. I think so. Help get the word out there. Some people like to blame it on the foreigners. Oh, it's the Chinese. They're driving up the market. I mean, the fact is Vancouver is very attractive for Chinese buyers. Yeah, there's actually a lot of Asians here. I mean, I think the white people are the minority now. It's like 55% of them are Asians or something like that. Plus, yeah, speculation. I mean, the housing prices have been going up and up and up. Who wouldn't want to get a piece of that action? So that's why there's a lot of vacant homes here, and consequently, there's not enough supply on the market for people who actually want to live in the homes, and there's too much demand. And yeah, it's not hard to fix this problem. I mean, it's not like the politicians don't know of a way. You can just look at Singapore. You can look at many different models, and they know ways to make the supply demand work, and the less vacancies work. There's a whole bunch of ways. I don't like to blame just the Chinese or something like that. There's plenty of ways to make the housing prices come down. The first thing is our politicians need the motivation to bring down the house prices. Currently, they're only listening to the corporate lobbyists. The big hedge fund managers who say, "Oh, we need more GDP. Okay, let's push up those rent prices." And great, somebody made some money, fantastic. But for the average Joe who doesn't own an apartment building, well, it's not very great, and we're feeling it. And I'm a dad. I have a wife. We I think 85% of marriages and or relationships or something like that, they actually end up on the rocks because of financial issues. And certainly here in Vancouver, one of the biggest financial issues is shelter affordability. So this is it's causing emotional stress on a lot of families like myself, and I hope we can change it, because I want what's best for our kids. I want them to be able to grow up in a place with affordable living and good standard of living. That's what we need to start, not just measuring GDP, but actually measuring standard of living. I think that's so much more far more important than we realize. It's like we've forgotten why we're trying to have a good economy. Good economy, or what a good economy is. I mean, it's not just, oh, GDP numbers look good. That's not necessarily good for the people. What's good for the people is a high standard of living, and we need to start measuring that so that we can improve on it. So far, it's just been getting worse and worse. Stagnant wages over the last 20, 30 years, and yet housing costs and the costs of necessities, your basic goods, food, fuel, it's been going up and up and up, just ridiculously. So that's why I went to the demonstration today. I was surprised that there wasn't that many people showing up there. There was only like 100 people, and this is downtown Vancouver. There could have been thousands. They had a good couple speakers, but I think people forgot why it's important to keep housing prices low. We don't need the government to make our housing for us. To me, that'll just increase taxes. We don't need more taxes or something like that. We just need to have a better, more affordable housing is what I think we need. And it would help in the long run. If we keep on going down the road we're going, the highest debt burden of all G7 nations, well, we're going to see some more poverty, and I'd like to see that pattern change. So that's all I have to say right about that, and we'll talk to you later.